welcome to this chat view with Maria Johnson and the English sisters.
Hello, Maria.
Hello, dear English sisters. Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. We've had
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Yes, for us it's afternoon, and we know it's morning for you over there. You're in Texas now, aren't you?
That's right, man. As we say here in Texas.
That's funny for us, isn't it, to hear that?
It is. And we know that you travel all around the world with your coaching, don't you?
Yes, that's also right, man.
Wow.
Well, you're always either in Hawaii or Texas or Germany or where in Spain, in Ibiza? Where do you go?
Yes, in Spain, in Ibiza, and it's I really like to travel, as you can see.
Yeah, we can see, but you also make it very productive, you're traveling.
Yes. So what I figured out a few years ago is that I really would like to design my life a way that I bring different pieces in. Because if I look at life, it's like a puzzle, and you look at different pieces, what brings you aliveness, what do you really enjoy doing, and you look for your passions. And then I also started looking, how can I turn those passions to my profession and take it all over the world.
Wow.
And then I also started picking out the places where maybe you have experience when you go somewhere and then you feel in your whole body that this is really a place. It lights you up. You feel like you just arrived home.
Yeah, definitely.
Just feel good there.
Just
That's what happened when we went to Barbados, isn't it?
Oh, we loved it, yeah. When we went to Barbados, we loved it as well. Well, it is a lovely location.
Oh, and I can tell when you both talk about it, it really lights you up.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does.
Yes,
It
you
does.
get very happy when we talk about it. We must go back.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
We've anchored it to very happy feelings.
We have, yes. So tell us then. So it was interesting the fact that you decided to integrate your passion and you've made it into your job now, haven't you?
Yes, I mean, if you look at economy, everybody tells you the economy is not going so well, and this is one part. And then you can, but I also know you can create your own reality. So, and for me being in Germany, I didn't know much about entrepreneurship. We don't learn that at school, and we don't learn about how do you have a good marriage, how do you grow your kids, how do you grow your business. And I went to a class many years back, I believe it called What to Do with the Rest of Your Life. And I was sitting there and listening, and I got very curious. So I started getting myself a coach. So I found somebody who is already doing it that way, and I got help because I was so curious. After I got a little taste, I got very hungry for more.
Yes.
Well, you do, don't you? I mean, you had the courage and the curiosity to take the first step, because a lot of people get interested in something and then they think, oh, but I'm not going to invest in it, or I'm not, you know, there's something, they somehow sabotage it for themselves and they don't take that extra step. And they stop themselves there in their tracks where they could have a beautiful life from it in the end. So you were one of those people that actually followed your instincts. You liked it and you went on. You took action.
Yeah.
Which was really good.
Yeah, that's such an important word, the action.
Yeah.
And then also to know that you really go into the right action. And how do you know? I like to tie things back into the nature. So I started with a little seed project, that's how I call it, like in the nature. When you're a farmer, you take a little seed in the springtime, you put it in the earth, you water it, you take good care, and then in the autumn you come back and you have a fruit. And it's a very tiny fruit. So it's not going to satisfy you. You probably will stay hungry, especially if you have kids. The kids are going to eat and you stay hungry. And then the second year, you know, you farm a little bit more, and then the third year. So really to grow organically a business. And my very first project many years back was an Irish party, because I enjoy the Irish so very much, and I also like to celebrate.
Yes.
So I put a little party together, and I also learned the business side and putting a team together. At that time it was my family, because there was no team, and they helped me organize everything. I also learned, I made tickets and I had to sell tickets. And it was a little bit awkward in the beginning to sell a ticket to my friends, to my neighbors, to my colleagues. At that time I was still employed. And the interesting thing what happened is I did sell those tickets, and everybody was very curious and they wanted to buy the ticket, and they all paid me and they liked to pay me.
That's it. That's a good lesson that you learned there and then. But people are actually happy to pay for something if they think it's going to give them value or they're curious enough. Yeah, that was a big surprise, wasn't it?
It was a big surprise. They only paid me because I had some excitement with that and about this project. And I invited them, and after this project, I looked at two things, which one I actually measure in my life, in my business. Move energy, excitement, aliveness. Yeah. So I enjoy myself while I was doing that, and also my audience. In that case, my party guests, did they enjoy being with me, how everything went? And the second thing was, did it move money? Because the movement of money is very natural as well.
Yes, that's true, yes.
Did move money. I didn't make any plus because I was so generous with the beer and the food.
Yeah. You were very abundant. Wow.
But in the same time, this party didn't cost money, so it was a total different thinking on business terms.
Well, it didn't cost you any money, and it created a valuable network for future parties. So it was for future business.
It was a brilliant seed to plant.
It was like like a little launch, saying, "Here I am. I'm doing things now. I'm doing different things to what you're used to, but they're going to be good fun, and you're going to get good value from them."
Yeah, and I think the people, like what you said, they actually felt your energy. They felt that you were so excited about it. They thought, "Hey, it must be a good thing." So the way you were talking about it, if you talk about something with passion, in the end, that they like that. People appreciate that. They adore it.
They're attracted.
They're attracted to somebody who talks about something with passion.
Yeah.
Of course. And so that was like your first seed that you planted, and it gave many fruits, as we can see.
It gave many fruits, and then I started looking into, which else party I want to celebrate. And another dream of mine was to, I really enjoy the 20s and the Charleston time. So I got very courageous, and I rented a big, old, beautiful villa, and that was one of my later projects, and I created an amazing celebration back in the 20s. Entertainment, and everybody came dressed up like in the 20s. The women in beautiful dresses, the men in smokings, and I had guests from the Netherlands, from Germany, from Switzerland, from Austria.
Wow, so it was a mega
international party.
Wow, yeah, it was really
first international party, and it was interesting. You always, I guess, attract the people. It doesn't matter what you do, but if something comes out of you, what it's your function, like the word function, fun, and you're really made to do that, you try out different projects. At that time, I didn't know where's going this to lead me next.
Yes.
I followed my curiosity and I followed the movement of being alive and the movement of where people appreciate me and where people want to be part of what I'm doing.
Lovely. That's
So
lovely.
now we know that you're starting to write a book as well, you say?
Yes, I'm writing a book right now.
Wow.
And I see you have your books there in the bag.
Yeah,
I read.
we've got our books, Entrancing Tales,
Yes.
Change, and The Little Sparrow, and The Chimney Pot.
We love story writing. We really enjoy it. It's a very relaxing moment for us.
It is, isn't
It's
it?
actually almost as if you do therapy on yourself when you're writing.
Yes.
Because sometimes you're quite surprised by what you write, aren't you?
Well, yeah.
And it's because it's...
We always have the document open, and so then whenever we get an idea, we just write a little tale in it. Because sometimes these ideas, they come and then they go, and if you don't write them down, then you just lose them.
Yeah.
I suppose they come up again, but it's nice to get them done.
It's nice to catch them while they're fresh. Yeah. And so what's your book about?
You're a tiger. You're a tiger, huh? You said you catch that.
With the ideas, I'm a tiger. Yeah, I've got to catch them. Otherwise, it's like your dreams. When you first wake up in the morning, I like to catch a dream and keep it with me. Otherwise, I'll forget it. So the first few seconds, as soon as I wake up, I catch it. And I've got it with me for further elaboration if I need it. Obviously, if it's a nice dream. Otherwise, I just let it go.
But what I observe with you both is you're also so productive. I mean, I barely don't know anybody who has already 2 books published. This is really amazing.
Well, we're kind of following the energy as well.
We've actually got 3 books, because we've got a book in Italy as well. It's called Don't Learn English, Smile. And it's the forward is by Kathleen Laval, which is a big honour for us, because she's in
she's
in
fantastic.
the NLP world, really well respected. So it's a big honour. And yes, and now we're writing our 4th book, and we've just followed the energy as well. We were just saying last year we hadn't written any books.
So funny, isn't it?
And it's so funny how it just sort of happens when you have the right intention. If the intention is there. Because we do a lot of visualization and role playing. We talk to each other about where we would like to go, what would our dreams be, what we would really love to have happen. And then, strangely enough, it all does happen.
Yeah, it's really funny. But then now we know it. Because if we say, oh, we want to go, I don't know, we want to do this seminar, we want to write a book or something, in the end, we always seem to do it, don't we?
So, because it's funny, because you take little steps, maybe in parallel directions that take you all to that focused goal in the end.
Of course you think. Right then, so you were actually telling us about this new book. What's it about?
My book is going to be about selling, but in a very different way. So really salesmanship, where you really forget about selling. And I also want to put a focus on, for women, how they use selling in their profession, because obviously everybody has a desire and everybody wants something in life. But then it's so important to really forget about selling and to really look for people, what do they really want and what is it what they desire. And as better as you can read, sense people's desires and really grow a connection. So for me it is, I'm not looking for clients, I'm looking for business friendships for life. Because what you can grow together goes beyond any thought we can even make.
That's right.
When my kids can later do business with your kids, that's a great goal to have. Yeah, so it's going.
That's a beautiful idea. It's lovely, yes.
It's from generation to generation. Then you don't have to worry about the selling, like what you say, because the selling will just happen naturally.
You're thinking of building the friendship, and then afterwards what comes will come without being needy.
happier. We're not, and it's also the focus always in how can we create win-win situations for each other. Because I see, especially in this economy, I always say to people, it's like, stay optimistic and find something you're doing which one really is going, where you can support as many other people as possible. And throughout it, don't worry about what is going to happen to you. Because if you help other people, support them, they will also, let's say 1 of 10, they also will come back and take care of you. And then you have one person in your tribe, and then your tribe grows, and it grows, and you find your tribe of people maybe all around the world.
Yeah, that's a lovely way to think about it, isn't it? I'm sure your book is going to be a big success.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
it's very interesting.
It's very interesting. People really want to hear that, don't they?
They need to hear it as well, because it's a new way of, it's a different way of thinking about selling. You know, it's a very ecological way of thinking about it as well. It's definitely.
It's got us thinking.
It's got us already thinking. Look how quiet we are. This is quite unusual. Yeah, we're already thinking about it. Well, we like it. I mean, I think it's very much how we like to do business. So it's very much our style. So we'll definitely be getting your book. I think it's very, it's going to be useful as well. Lots of useful little tips. I mean, it's fascinating really how you have created your business from following your passion, and that you're actually making a living out of it. Like what you say, you can actually manage to travel and to enjoy. And you're also coaching all the way through, aren't you? Are you seeing clients as well?
Yes, I mean, what I started then is that I found a university back in Europe, which one really shows entrepreneurs, which one trains coaches, trainers, entrepreneurs, basically everybody, to find out who you really are and what are your pieces and those passions and how do you transform them into your profession. As you earlier said, passion is a very important word.
Yeah.
So when I see people, I trust their wisdom. Everybody is very special. Everybody has purpose. And also everybody has something they're particularly good in what they're doing.
That's true. Yes.
And then if somebody comes and points it out, and what you're doing especially good, first you are surprised and you say, oh no, this is normal.
Yeah.
And then
they say, oh no, I mean, I can't make a living out of that. Yeah.
Yeah, because they take it for granted, don't
they?
They're so good at it that it just comes natural.
It's easy.
They consider it not even to be a skill.
Yes, yeah, that's true.
And then you take that skill and you implement it in a project, whatever it is. And it's not about a good idea, it's something what comes out of you. And if you're with yourself, how can you make the difference? Well, I always say, if you're really excited about something, or even something scares you, and you are afraid, then you really know you are on track. Yeah. This is the way you go.
Yeah, that's what we always say. Yeah,
a mixture of excitement and scariness.
Yeah, being a bit scared as well. Yeah, okay, well, we're
you're
safe.
Always going out of your comfort zone, aren't you, when you're doing new things?
You're growing. You're basically growing. Yeah.
You're expanding.
Well, that must be lovely when you actually tell people that. I mean, they must be so surprised. And then they actually go on. Do you find that they actually do go on to build businesses using what you... Yeah.
I support different people. So nowadays I have my own practice in Europe. And then I met my husband 3 years ago. I thought, oh my God, what I'm going to do now? I have my life in Europe. I really love Europe.
Yeah. I
have my clients there. And now I have a husband in America. How is this going to happen? And, my coach said, Maria, it is not about this or this. It's about this and this. And I said, this is, of course, very possible. So I switched out my home base in Cologne, Germany, and I moved to Austin, Texas. 2 years ago, just with a suitcase and having nothing.
Wow.
And I started growing my business over here. And I still say to Americans, look at me. I'm not special. I don't speak your language proper. I definitely don't get your humor. But, you know, I'm here, and it is not about to be special. It's not, I think, to stay humble is very important.
Yeah.
It's really about that everybody can learn a set of skills. Or in my case, I learned my coaching tools, and the training I did back in Spain was, I call it high performance leadership training. But when people ask me, what are you doing? I almost never say, oh, I'm a professional coach and trainer, because it sounds so important. Recently, I said to a business lady, I said, oh, I do as little as possible.
And get as much out of it as possible.
Yeah.
And she got very curious, you know, and really, especially for me as a German, I always say it's not about that people have to learn a lot. I trust people's wisdom. People know in their hearts what they really want, what they want to do with their life, what they desire. And, you know, then find somebody you really admire what they're doing, how they're doing it, and then you go and you ask them for help.
That's a good idea.
It's excellent.
That's an excellent idea, definitely, yes.
That's wonderful. Well, it's been lovely to talk to you, Maria.
It has.
Johnson. It's been enlightening, hasn't it?
It has been enlightening. You've made us think about lots of things, haven't you?
And it's lovely to see a woman as well out there in the business world, even though nowadays we all think women are, you know, it's supposed to be the modern times and everything, but it still is harder, we think,
yes,
for women to make it. There still is some discrimination.
A little bit, yeah.
This is a big thing where my heart is in. I really love to support. I work with men and women, and I work with a lot of women and also business women. And that's a big thing for me. Support them. Also in one of my most favorite seminars called How to Talk to Men, where we really play with women through role plays in a very fun, safe environment. And we looked into what is it, what holds you back for doing business? What is it where there is a little thing? You see, I'm missing an English word.
A niggly feeling.
Yeah.
An inkling or something. You have an inkling that there's something missing. There's that little missing link that's really making you just go forwards and making it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people we find give up before, when they're just about to make it.
Yeah.
And they give up and they think, oh, I've done this for so long, that's enough now. And they're really just at the tipping point where if they carried on, you know, they would have the success they're looking for. So perseverance, we always say perseverance as well, don't we?
Well, yes.
Keep going. Obviously, you know, don't be foolish. You know, look at the your financial situation.
Obviously.
You know, take that into account. You know, don't invest large amounts of money if you haven't got them. But, you know, ecologically, look at your ecological balance in your, you know, in you and your family, and then take it from there. But, you know, keep going.
Keep going, definitely.
If you do, especially nowadays, we are so facilitated with the technology we have, and it's absolutely wonderful times, isn't it?
Oh gosh, I just
so
love.
Exciting.
I love these times. I find them highly fascinating. I think it's the best time of ever. Best time ever. It's fantastic.
I see you're really living your dream too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We're loving every
We're loving it, yeah. We really are loving it, yeah.
We're loving the journey as well. Every little success, every failure, we're really enjoying it all.
Yeah,
You know, because sometimes you do fail as well. You know, it's not all roses.
No, it's not all roses.
Most of it is.
Yeah. We're quite lucky. Well, we tend to see it as roses.
We reframe everything.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah. Yeah.
We always instantly reframe. So if something doesn't go slightly right for us, we say, oh, well, it wasn't
Maybe it was for the best.
Oh, that was lucky that happened. Look, we got out of this. We can do this instead.
Yeah.
So we're always looking for the next step that's going to take us where we want to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Definitely like that.
We do like that, yeah.
I see you're doing it also not only for yourself, living your dream, but also really supporting other people around the world in getting them shows. You're so curious about others. I enjoy every time I see you on Facebook, the English Sisters. I already light up because I know in your posts everything is positive. There's always kindness. There is no mood. There is nothing. You're just clean, if I can say that. Yes. And your messages are uplifting, and you're everything we talked about. You're doing that. You're doing that daily.
Thank you so much. That's lovely.
It's lovely.
We love that, don't we?
We do. We do love it, and we are extremely curious about what everybody else is doing.
And
we really are curious, and we learn. We've learned from you today.
Yes, and we think the industry as well is such a beautiful industry we're in, the coaching industry.
This whole thing.
It's so lovely to see that the mind is being looked after.
Yes, we adore that.
For years we've looked after our body, our personal appearance, the money situation, but now to know that people, coaches and people in our profession are looking after people's minds and showing them how to manage their own mind and, you know, get the best out of what they, you know, what they have and what they're capable of doing. It's just absolutely fascinating.
It's fascinating.
Wonderful for us.
It's wonderful.
And also knowing that people don't have to suffer anymore, because in the past people have suffered with problems, with illnesses, with so many things that can be sorted out so quickly if you have the right professional help that is available nowadays. Because before you could go and see a psychiatrist, which there was a big stigma attached to it.
Yeah.
Whereas now you can actually get the best out of your life with just a coach, which is just some lovely, friendly person that's going to help you and look after your best interests. So we're fascinated with that as well.
It's all lovely. It's all
beautiful.
Wonderful. It's wonderful. It's lovely.
And
it's a great honour to be able to talk to you.
To see the clients when they go away and they're so happy, or when we have an interview, chat view, and we get to have this exchange with somebody that it's a very beautiful feeling. We do it for selfish reasons as well.
It's just because we're really curious and we like to share it as well. But yeah, we are very curious as well.
I think most beautiful profession, and even when you talk about it, I can sense your excitement in what you're doing, and
we love it.
It's great to know that there are other people out there, and I want to thank you so much for offering today, for having me on the show. It was so nice, and it's so good to see you both in person, and thinking already, what could I do to make your life better?
You already have, just by chatting to us. But, that's a great question. Yeah.
Well, you can send us a message later.
But I have one question I need to ask you. I'm so curious about it. So you are the English Sisters, right?
Yes.
So, but you live in Italy and you also go to England.
Yeah.
So you as well.
Yes.
So what is this about the English Sisters?
You mean, where did the name come from?
The name.
Yes. Come up with the name.
Well, the name came from because we are sisters, real sisters.
Yeah.
And we were, and everyone used to call us, in Italy they used to call us Inglesi, didn't they?
Yes.
And sometimes they would call us sisters as well. They would say, sisters! And so then we thought, we'll put the two together and we just call ourselves the English Sisters.
And that's how it
all started.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so neat. Yeah.
Yeah, and we just thought we'd keep it. We just use it as our brand name.
Yeah, and then we just started teaching English here as well, using a coaching method which we developed. And that's gone really well. And then we thought we'd just call ourselves the English Sisters. We sort of became familiar with it, and now we use it worldwide with everything we do in all our books and everything. We just kept it as our brand.
Yeah.
Because we like it.
Well, it's cute. Yeah. It's good. We've got good anchors. Yeah, we've identified with it. Yeah.
We've identified too.
Yeah. It's funny.
And you do weekly shows. You always have guests on your shows.
Yes, yeah, we love it.
We love it, don't we?
We love doing other shows, yeah.
Well, we thought we'd love to talk to people like you. And how can we do it? This is a curiosity.
Yes, yeah.
And then we thought we could have like a little show, like a chat view, where we can interview people. Not really interview, just talk to them.
Yeah.
And find out what they're doing and what they're sharing with the world in the coaching and NLP and hypnosis community kind of self-development world. And now it's extended onto writers, but most of the writers are still coaches still. They'll probably go
wherever it wants. There's no limits to where it goes. It's interesting people give interesting information. People that are curious, going to make other people curious, and curiosity is, is everything.
It's what made the cat have 9 lives, isn't it?
It's what made the cat have 9 lives, yes. It definitely did not kill the cat. It definitely did not kill the cat. It made the cat alive.
And people have curiosity really naturally in them, as when we are little kids, we are naturally curious, and then we grow up. And I do see, beyond what people have masked on and all that, beyond that, people are curious. People want to play. They want to play.
They do. They just want to be given the opportunity to remember how to.
Yes.
Because a lot of people have forgotten how to.
Yeah, sometimes as you grow up.
Develop your own coaching method. So maybe I can return this and interview also sometime and get you on my Coach TV show, because I would love for people to get to know you.
Oh, that'd be
wonderful.
Yes, I have a huge coaching community back in Europe, and I would love for people to meet you. You're very inspiring. And one thing,
that'd be wonderful. Yeah, wonderful.
We'll love that.
We'll love that.
And one last thing I have to say, when I look at you, you're the English Sisters, but for some reason, the English dancers come up, because you look like dancers, and I bet.
That's compliment.
That's lovely. Well, we have the dancing spirit, don't we?
We do.
We do, yes.
We do.
We have music. Well, but the music is in our ears, isn't it?
The music is lovely.
We love it.
Yeah.
It's very
dancers.
The dance of life. We always say that life is like a dance.
It is. It is.
You can slow it down or speed it up, but it's always a dance. It's always fun, isn't it?
Well, nearly always fun. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, it's a dance. It's a dance. Sometimes it can be a little bit rickety, Sometimes it can be like a tango.
Romance.
Yeah, slow dance. Sometimes it's just disco, dancing by yourself. But hey, that's cool too. It's all cool, isn't it?
It's all lovely.
Oh, well, it's been wonderful talking to you, and we're going to let you get on with your Texan lifestyle then.
Oh, yes.
Yes, you're going to get your hat on soon, aren't you? You look very lovely 1920s at the moment. This little hair, little style, it looks slightly 1920s as well, doesn't it? It kind of reminds me a little bit. Yeah, it's very pretty. And so, it was wonderful talking to you.
Yes. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Speak to you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.